Alright, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Murnivelli, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology, the only star technology with gasoline in the sky. I don't know what accent that was. I think it was middle America plains something. So, we need to... I think we decided we're going to make gasoline. So to make gasoline, well, I mean, eventually we want all this stuff. Yeah. All these steps. So we've got the refiner gas, and we've got the naphtha. Now we need to get, and this is an HV recipe. Cool. It's 5 seconds, but it's in a large chemical reactor, so we'll hit it EV, and it'll be 1.25 seconds. And that'll get us, that'll get us 20 buckets. We don't need that fast. So actually, I guess we will stick with HV, because that's 20 buckets. What we saw is, hold on, the gasoline here. And this is 0.5, so this is even faster. In fact, this one could just be a chemical reactor, it looks like. Yeah. So the gasoline runs in the combustion generator. See, the thing is I don't know. Like, we could get this guy here to run, but it's just not that powerful, if I'm honest. I mean, it's only 1 millibucket per second, but we have a finite supply of this oil, so I mean, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, so we're not going to make high octane gasoline. That's definitely not in the cards yet. But raw gasoline, we've got these two. What was it? Wait, sorry, one more time. Toluene. And we get the toluene from another distillation tower. And what we're going to use is wood tar. I think that's my goal, because wood tar is easy to get. We just hooked up CO2, and that's why I was thinking last episode about the CO2. Is if we connect that, we make more trees, and then we can use the trees to make some wood tar. And coincidentally, we run over here. Oh man, DOW strikes again. She hasn't been around. She has been, but she is super excited. So DOW is fun. She's actually super excited about this school project she's got. We'd actually put one in here, one in here. But anyways, neither here nor there. Okay, wait. So this one, we actually wanted to produce wood tar, right? In the pyrolysis oven. We still get 20. It's still 32-second recipe, as opposed to creosote, which in the pyrolysis oven is 32 seconds. So we get 4 buckets of creosote, or we get 1.5 buckets of wood tar, which we're going to turn into just less than half a bucket. So we're going to lose our creosote production by a factor of 8. But here's the thing, we don't use creosote for hardly anything. We're using it to make lubricant. But that's a 2-to-1 recipe. And lubricant, I mean, when we cut something, we use 1 millibucket. Oh, this one uses 7 to cut a bucket of duralumin. Duralumin, yes. I actually really like lubricant, and the machines that you need the lubricant for. That's one of the shop tools I always wish I had spent more time working with. That's a high school thing, but still. You know, as I just now realized, these are going opposite directions. It kind of ruins the whole... It's kind of fun. It's like synchronized swimming, but it kind of ruins some of the appeal. Yeah, we're just gonna bathe in the exhaust. Okay. So wood tar. We definitely don't need 8 buckets of creosote is what I'm coming up with. So let's go ahead and we're gonna move these guys. And we'll get back to this. Let's see, do you have a tank? Oh, it did have a tank. That's fine. Or a pump. So pump there. That's fine. And yeah, so this guy will fill up pretty fast. And then stop. How much creosote do you have? Much space, I guess. 16. Okay, so it should stop after this one. Yeah, so now it's stopped. Or it's stuck. So to get the wood tar in the Pyrolyse oven is a 9. If we do burnable logs in the Pyrolyse oven, we can get creosote. We get creosote, but at a faster speed. I don't want to do that one, like, at all. Wood vinegar, and I think wood vinegar is... Oh, that's how we get acetone. Or are we going to get acetone from the wood vinegar, wood tar too? Nope, wood vinegar. Okay, so we'll get one of them to make wood vinegar, one of them to make wood tar. That's fine. Oh, this is 3 buckets. Does it... Hold on, does this make the creosote? This one doesn't make creosote at all, so that's the issue there. Okay. Still makes ethanol. This is so... It's only 10 millibuckets. That's hardly worth worrying about. I think we void that. Only 50 of acetone. And dissolved calcium acetate, which is quicklime and acetic acid. Quicklime is not... Oh, we can get it from calcite in a chemical reactor by itself. That's a lot. That's really efficient, though. These lines are hard to track. I don't know if you've noticed. I have a hard time when I'm tracking more than one. Okay. It doesn't matter for right now, though. We're just looking at the fact that we get... wood vinegar is going to be a thing. We want this, but not as much of it, is the point. Coal gas, which we run through the distillation tower, and ethyl benzene, coal tar. Coal tar we run through again to get... We don't want hydrogen sulfide. We don't need creosote. Phenol gets from something else. Coke dust is kind of cool, but we don't need it. Oops. And naphthalene, which is again the phthalic acid. But I feel like... Aha, there's 4 ways to get that one. And dimethylbenzene is something we're getting in as a side effect. We will get as a side effect from something else. Okay, so coal tar I think is not necessary. And ethylbenzene is styrene. Oh, which we want to make styrene butadiene. Okay, can we get styrene any other way? Benzene and ethylene. Okay, yep, we can. That's fine. That's totally fine. Let's come back here. Let's go here. So coal gas, skip that. We could get heavy oil this way, but we are getting it literally 32 times as fast, just from the oil vein being depleted, I think. Yeah, I think the oil vein has to drop by, literally another factor of 20. It has to have a 5 there before this is as fast. Charcoal byproducts, dimethylbenzene. So this might... Oh ho. This is what we want here. Although it's not very much, is it? But, we do need nitrogen if we're going to do that. Let's see. If we do this one, we get wood gas. Which I don't want this. Not really that or that. So the ethylene is the only one we might want out of that. And it's not very much. Mostly it's carbon dioxide, which is funny. Okay, but the dimethylbenzene, man, there's so many ways to get the dimethylbenzene, which we're getting from wood tar anyway. Okay, nope, that's fine. We don't want this. We're trying to narrow it down. There's 11 options. So if you don't know when you have a plethora of choice like this, first off, psychologically, you fall prey to what's called the paradox of choice, which is you'd think you'd be more satisfied if you had more ways to choose, but the reality is you just sort of start falling apart. You don't know what to pick. Wood gas, we checked that already, right? Yeah, we don't want any of that. Okay. But the secondly, okay, so let's just switch this to a 9. Wood tar is the one we want the most of. I have to come in here though to the input bus and switch this to a 9. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is actually just run over here. And how are you doing? Yeah, you've barely changed it all, so I'm not gonna worry about it. We are gonna do down like that. Yeah. Anyways, but mathematically, when you have more choices, like 11 there, that's not really 11. It's more like 11 factorial, different options. So it's like an exponential increase. 2 to the 11th is more closely related to what you're trying to figure out. Okay, and I think that's 21.3 because, nope, there's still Cooper nickel. I mean, it is running. I don't understand where the 21.3 came from. Maximum tier of recipes that can be run HV. Processing speed 7. Oh. We have. Okay, let's actually that's where that comes from. Okay, so what's happening here is it's going, because it's HV, it's switching from 32 seconds to 16. But because they're Cooper nickel, it's running at 133% of this time. So 16 plus a third of 16 is some variation of 21.3. And it's in ticks, so it's rounding down. It's fine. But if we switch to Cooper nickel, that's probably a good plan right there. Or sorry, if we switch from Cooper nickel to Canthal. I'm kind of tempted, actually, we might just leave it for now. We'll leave it for now, and we'll switch to nichrome. When we get to nichrome, we'll have to make a ton of nichrome. That's going to be frustrating. But we're doing all of this to automate the blast furnaces. And once we've got an automated nichrome blast furnace, we should be set. Okay, you're full. You're just full. That's all it is. Okay, so let's give it a... I don't even know why I'm doing it down here, to be honest. Anyways, you notice how I cleared out my inventory before I started? I do that a lot, and then it never feels like I did because I immediately start grabbing stuff. Alright, so you're going to go there. You're immediately going to get your output swap like that. That's fine. And now you're getting wood tar. And we want that wood tar. Let's see, what's straight down from here? Nothing. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, the second layer I think is going to be our the top layer, processing of natural ingredients. The second layer, is this, what do we have over here? Polyethylene, small ones. Okay, well, we'll go get those again. I actually took them out of my inventory, but we're using small over there. We use small over here. And basically we're just doing this because it limits the input range, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't matter. We're only getting 3 every 21 seconds. 3 buckets every 21 seconds, and these move 120. So that's 25 seconds to move it all. So actually, this might not catch up. Keep up. You are going to output down now. And I know I just literally just changed that. But you've got wood tar. Okay, cool. So let's do like this. And then wrench it. Okay, and then we can do this. And part of why I'm doing this is not because I'm worried about the fluid sloshing. A little bit worried about that, but just not that big a deal, I don't think. Mostly it's so that I don't have to worry about, I don't want that, and I don't want that. So I don't later come back and be like, where is this going? What is it doing? I don't understand. Okay, one thing we did learn is that if we're going to use the distillation tower, it has to go in the bottom. And, oh yeah, and it can only have one energy hatch. Yep, that's one very important thing. One energy hatch. Right, so can I put this in? I can. Okay, so my point is that this has got to come all the way to the bottom. I'm not going to fight that. Maybe I am. If I squat, I can't quite reach it. Here, let's do this. Anyways, so yeah, what I was saying is that I kind of feel like we do this down arrow here. So what the down arrow means is that the liquid can only go down this way. So if we suddenly put like a big sink somewhere where it can dump everything out to in there, it doesn't start freaking out about it and sloshing around. It doesn't really slosh around too much in a vertical pipe like this, but in a horizontal one, especially long distance ones, it does weird things. So like I said, I'm not worried about it, but at the same token, I'd very much like not to have to fight it. But I think the more important thing is later when I come by and go, is this pipe feeding the Pyrolyse oven? That doesn't make sense. Why is it feeding the Pyrolyse oven? And then I go, oh, right, it's outputting for me. But I don't even have to have that thought. I just immediately know it goes down. And that's kind of the side effect here. So we need to go make another distillation tower. And if we keep this up, we're going to eat through these microprocessors. We are partly doing this because we need a ton of stuff in order to automate the next tier of processors. And we're partly doing it just for funsies, honestly. Honestly, I just realized I have this. Let's, I am tempted to just totally sidetrack myself. I kind of want to move this whole wall downstairs. But with, oh, it's going to cost 6 circuits, which means we can still make 2 distillation towers. But that would be a huge bump in the kind of presence here. Speaking of which, I need more RAM wafers. I'm sorry. I know we were going to work on this. But I kind of feel like this is going to be a much more dramatic. Well, they're already backstuffed. So what I'm getting at is this one and this one are already, this is it. This is as good as they go. This one, we're not going to make this one anymore. We're going to make a nano processor shortly. But to make the nano processor, and the reason we need to make the nano processors is to make the EV circuits. These nano processor assemblies. Right now we're making these guys, and they're no big deal. We can make them from scratch. We use the microprocessor assembly to make a microprocessor supercomputer. Diodes we've got, processor printed circuit boards we've got, blue electrodes we've got, phenylelectron wire. All this stuff is super easy. And then the RAM chips, we kind of make them as we go. It's fine. On the other hand, the nano processor here, just the HV tier one. These we've got, the SMD transistors we've got, the electron wire we've got, and the resistors we've got, the soldering alloy we've got. So you can tell that they're different. Here, let's see if I right click here, you can tell that this requires 144 liquid. Oh, I guess it's a nano processor. What is this one? Here, this is the one we're making. Oh, yeah. So this one requires 144 millibuckets of soldering alloy. And the nano processor only requires... Oh. No, here we go. The nano processor requires 72. That's kind of an indication that we're supposed to be saving a ton on our resources. I just noticed. It requires an EV and a clean room. We are not doing this. Never mind. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Anyways, When we get to it, though, and our processor... Sorry. Full reset. These two can move downstairs very easily. Like, just as they are. This one doesn't need to move downstairs because we can't really do anything with it. Well, I mean, we're not going to constantly produce the same one. We kind of only want to automate the good one. And this good one requires EV, it requires a clean room, which is... Clean room's not that big a deal. It does require the epoxy printed circuit board, and this is a whole thing. It's still iron 3 chloride, or Cooper chloride, which is what we're going to do. Electrum foil is easy, but this epoxy circuit board, good night. Sulfuric acid we're making, gold foil is easy. What's this? Nothing here is so hard yet, right? We can even do it in the large chemical reactor and save... do it in 9 ticks. But the epoxy sheet here requires... at some point it comes down to liquid epoxy, and liquid epoxy is sodium hydroxide, which we have now. Oh, there's 2 in here. Yeah, this is the one. This is supposed to be the faster one. So acetone, which we're going to get. Phenol, which we're going to get. Hypochlorohydrin, which is a little tricky. And hydrochloric acid, which, oh, actually, this isn't too bad. Hypochlorohydrin is just propene, which we're going to get. Hypochlorous acid, that's what it was. Everything requires this hypochlorous acid. Although this isn't bad. It is not bad. Sodium hydroxide, again, water, propene, and chlorine gas. This one is not bad. Why was I fighting it? Yeah, so what I was doing last time was deciding, oh, we're going to do this with the glycerol, which isn't bad. We can do it with glycerol. But glycerol is this whole thing. I don't know. We're not getting back in there. We're not going to do this just yet. But this is on my thought process that we should use HV circuit assemblers to move these guys downstairs and then never touch them again, basically. We need the lower tier processors less and less as time goes on. Okay, right. We're gonna put this guy together. We have the clean circuit boards. We need another distillation tower for these 2 HV pumps, 2 large stainless steel pipes, and an HV machine hull. I hope I've got some. If not, I can use the plates. I might not have any free stainless steel. Come to think of it. Okay. I don't need this assembler. I don't know why I keep using it. Right. I guess we go downstairs. We'll grab this guy. The HV hull. We need a hull, right? Yeah. We got 2 pumps. We've already got these guys. It's the stainless steel pipes. Let's look and see how we're doing on stainless steel. You look like you need style. I'm just curious. I wanna just check our status on. Yeah, we still have no stainless steel, which is not ideal. Part of why we're working on power right now is, although this is backed up, and that's backed up. That's good. Sorry, I know this is not the most interesting to watch me look and check my backlogs, but yeah. So we've been stuck here for quite a while, and as I grab these pumps, we're just gonna chug through. Yeah, and then we're dropping down. Yeah, it's fine, but essentially we're low on all of that because we're low on nickel and chromium. And the chromium is because the chromite's slow, which actually might be... Let's go check on that again. We've got a couple of issues that's going on. That's what's giving us grief, basically. I need the plates. Here we go. I just need the 12. Oh, and the thing that decided me against making a bunch of... is I think for the current project, we might need 3 distillation towers. That sounds like a pain in the took us, but might do it anyways. We're gonna try. Okay, so in here, this guy was backed up on iron. Did I ever solve that? No. Okay. And it's backed up on iron because this guy is just not processing it fast enough. Because you're not processing it all. Why aren't you processing this at all? Is this because you don't have any distilled water? That would be my guess. No, it's using lasers. Oh, but I bet you I'm not connected to lasers to anything. Okay, that would be a good reason for it to be stalled. Okay, this one here, it's getting mixed mineral residue. And this one here. Okay, so this one's just running. We are getting chromite sludge dust. This one was backed up. All of the things were in here because one of these machines I had the output set wrong. It was meh. Okay, so this is running, and maybe just haven't had it going long enough in the world to back up. It's also possible that this, so the rare ore residue, actually it's kind of chugged through a lot. Why aren't you running? Oh, you are running. You are at MV though, so maybe you just need to go get good. I don't know. This whole thing needs to get redone, but part of what's we'll do the sifter, and we might move the sifter up one level so that that's where our natural resources are. Although gravel, first off, to make gravel we can use this large sifter cobble works, which is an HV. It does require IV circuits though to make, which is pure netherite. Awesome. So making this is an EV process, but it only runs HV. That's good to know. And it takes 4 seconds and it makes 2,000 gravel. Or 1 second for 256. That's crazy. It's got a 0.01% base chance of using 1 millibucket of lava. That's funny. Okay. Then when we get that gravel, and that's... So maybe you don't upgrade things, because we're kind of getting... I don't know. We'll see. We're going to look at... large sieve. So right now we're using the mechanical sieve, and the large sieve is obviously exactly the same, only it doesn't require a mesh. Is that really the only difference? Then why would I use this? No, why would I use this? Sieve much faster. Oh, because it uses parallel hatches. I don't know what that means. But if we make this, it's an EV assembler with IV circuits. Okay, so... I don't know what to do with that. But that's our next step. We got to get power squared away first. And right now, I'm not sure... Can we make a combustion generator? I think we could just make like a dozen of the advanced these guys. Wait a second. Here we go. Large aha! Okay. An extreme combustion generator. So we probably want to work on this guy, but it requires titanium. An EV piston. Ugh. Okay. All right. Look. I know a man's reach should exceed his grasp, but this is all titanium. Yeah, we're gonna try to make this guy, I think. So when we put in, let's see, what we're looking at is so this is basically 8 ticks per millibucket. 6, we're just looking 10 ticks per millibucket for light fuel. And then sulfuric isn't even worth looking at. Naphtha is 10 tickets per millibucket. Yep. Okay. Ethanol, no. 5 seconds for high octane gasoline. That's why we're making that. Diesel is, what is that? 15 ticks per millibucket. Rocket fuel is 6.25. Yeah, so this is definitely the way to go. Toluene is 10. Nice. Gasoline is 2.5 seconds. What was... Yeah, so this doubles it, and this is... Okay, so this is definitely the way we need to go. This is basic, advanced, advanced, large, extreme. Okay. And then I'm assuming... the dynamo hatches. Now we start seeing where these come in. Okay. I thought that those were different, but that's perfect. So I don't know that we're going to use the gasoline right away. And we may be better off just making more solar panels. But for now, we're going to try to get this sorted. Right. So we were over here and we have everything we need. I could pause and think all this through, but the reason I don't, and this is ridiculous, but it's true, is because I'll forget by the time I start. But if I articulate it out loud, not only do you guys know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing, so that's good. And I don't know why I'm doing this down here, because I got to go back upstairs to get stuff anyways. Okay, so we got the distillation tower. We're distilling wood gas. Right here, yeah. Wood tar, sorry. So this is going to be 6 layers, which means I don't think we have enough stainless steel, clean stainless steel casings. Uh-oh. Oh, we might. So it's basically 7 per layer. And we need 6 layers. So that's 42. We have 41. But I think that we don't need as many for the bottom layer, because we've got the distillation tower itself. We have machine hatch, maintenance hatch. Do I have any of those? Should probably have a separate one of these just for the input and output hatches. We probably just want LV output hatches. We need 5 of those. This does not have a physical one. That's good. So then we just need 1 input hatch. LV is still fine. And then 2 HV energy hatches. HV, please. Come on. I know I've got some in here. I accidentally sorted it a while ago, and now nothing's where I expected. HV, energy, and Energy. There we go. We'll take 2 of these. We knew no, just 1. We learned that we can only use 1. Yep. Okay. And then maintenance hatch, right? Huh. We have any LV hatches? Sorry, hull. LV hull. There we go. Okay, so the reason why we went with the hull, it still looks weird over here. It's like when you move out of an apartment or whatever, and you know it's that everything has been there the entire time, but it looks weird when your stuff's not there anymore. We need to go to... No, we need to get out of using southeast and go to northwest. Because I've got a assembler here, and I can put you in there on an 8. And you become a maintenance hatch. Okay, cool. I think that's everything we need. That was ridiculously quick. Okay, so we'll go over here. And I think it's... Okay, over here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is... Let's see, this guy is making This is the one making our wood tar now. Already got 167 buckets. This guy's making nothing, but it's gonna make our... It's gonna make our... What's it? So... Maybe I should just put it right here. Heck, let's do that real quick. So you're not formed, yeah. And then as soon as I put this down, the LP output hatch and point you down. So all we need to do is, actually we don't need this input hatch. We kind of do, actually, now that I think about it. We'll come back. Does this have an LV input hatch? It does. Why does it have water in there? Oh, because this particular recipe requires water. That makes sense. But this guy probably, I bet you, has an input hatch. It does not. Oh, good. I already fixed this one. Okay. Yeah, so we'll get rid of that input hatch. I've got a few EOV casings down there. And what I was worried about was, if I come over here, this is where this is coming down, right? Well, the other one's going to come down. Didn't I make a hole for it? Yeah, right here. Okay, okay. See, that's... I thought it was going to be north-south, but it's actually a little east-west. Okay, so it's going to come down right here. That's okay. It means that we're going to do one distillation tower this way. So we'll put the input hatch like so. And we're not going to connect it just yet. And we will put the distillation tower right here. Yeah. And it does mean, though, that we can put the energy hatch right here. And we're going to need to get an energy converter. But then these can both feed off of the same energy converter. That'll be cool. And then we need the maintenance hatch. Where did I put the maintenance hatch on this guy? Right above it. Okay, cool. That's where I like it. Just makes it easier to know where it is. And then the output hatches. So first we have to fill in the bottom with these. And then this guy is hollow. And then starting on the second layer. So the first layer is the input. And then however many layers it shows on here, that's how many layers are coming. And it's going to come in this order. Dimethylbenzene will be at the top. Creosote will be at the bottom. That's just the way it is. But we kind of want all of this stuff. So let's go ahead and put this guy in. Like 1, 2. And if I wanted to be tricksy about it, we could do lots of things. They've actually got these cool multi-pipes that we don't need. And we don't need them because we're just using, we're kind of abusing the heck out of the portable options. So we're using ender tanks, and we're using I can't jump up again. We're using ender tanks, and we're using ender barrels. So nice. Okay, that was the last one. We had exactly enough. That is nice luck. Lucky. Okay. You, and then we need rubber mallet and crowbar. Okay, you are operationable. And I'm just going to hold off on filling it up yet until I get this guy made. So in order to make that, no, north. Nope, not this one either. Northwest. Do you have some lumium in you by any chance? No, but it's got a ton of canthal. That's good. We need the canthal. We mix, actually, I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Nichrome would be so much nicer, but I had the canthal, so I went ahead and did that. Right, we were gonna grab some lumium. Yes. Do I have enough lumium to make this happen? It'll be south. It's over here. It's always outside my range. I have some lumium, it seems. Northwest, and we're gonna go in here. We'll switch you to a 16 and say, "Crazy go nuts, buddy. Make me all the things." This only takes 3 seconds each, which is awesome. I really like the multi-blocks. I want more. I was thinking, what was I thinking? Some of the processes, like diatron crystals. I was wondering if we could take any of these. So like laser engravers. Can I? No. So you can't turn the laser engraver into a multi-block. But this you make in an autoclave. And you can turn an autoclave into a multi-block. So this is a 60-second recipe. Would it be worth it to do that? I don't know. Oh, that's right. That's why I was thinking that would be worthwhile. Because it's 28,000 EU right now. But we're running it at 115,000 EU. Yeah. Well, and then even better. So maybe we switch to distilled water. We might be using distilled water for all I know. But the point is that now it's 57,000. But if we use the multi-block, it would only be 14,000 still. Oh, in fact, it would be cheaper. Why would it be cheaper? Huh, weird. Anyhow, that's what I was thinking. And then the diatron dust is in a mixer, right? And then if we made that from the light thing, or the... Here, right now it's a 96,000. It would still be 96,000. So that one's maybe not worthwhile. But Energium is... Right now it's 144, but we could just keep it at 72,000. I don't know. I was just thinking that all of those might be much better automated like that. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, speaking of which, we can make this autoplay. I have this one upgrade kit, and I really want to use it on something. I'm thinking probably the lathe is the best option. The problem is that the lathe is this guy, and to use it requires beryllium bronze. In order to make beryllium bronze, which we have, you actually have to have the vacuum freezer, which we have. I just haven't set it up yet. Here, doing another thing. Speaking of other things, I still want to get that done. I just, okay. We need to run over here. I'm spending too much time talking, not enough time doing. Grab you, grab a chip. I'm talking through all of our options. We have so many options, so many more options at every tier than we had. Yeah, so many more tiers at every option than you had the option the tier before, and that is it's crazy. It's crazy, is what it is. Okay, we're gonna go back to. It's got to be south, right? Nope, north. Nope, north is. Yeah. This is where it is. Okay, so we'll put you here, and we're gonna put. We've got just a one singleton right there. There we go. In fact, this is the second one we put down. Okay, so you've got power. And now if I power you, with a little of that. And you know what I just realized? We maybe did this wrong. Hold on. Hold on. I think we did this wrong. Okay, so this one's coming down right here, right? Then, and we'll set that up here in a second. Then I could have the pipe coming down here. This should be the middle wall. It's going to be kind of a crunch, but okay, so here's what we should do. We're gonna tear it all down. Which is good. We didn't connect anything then. Yeah, in fact, let's rebuild the whole thing. So you, for example, are going to move over one. You're going to move over one. And then this guy is actually going to go right here, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to power both of them off this single HV energy hatch. And that's the idea here. And then we also don't have to have as many of these blocks. Okay, so what else do we need? We need the input hatch. The input hatch has to stay in the same place, though. Yeah. And that one doesn't matter. And then these guys just have to go back one more. Okay. Everything else should be the same. I know. One of the things that I really don't like is when I have this clever idea like we're doing right now. And then it turns out, oh, that won't work for very obvious reasons that I should have figured out. But I didn't. And now we have to rebuild it a second time. Don't like that. But at the end of the day, it is a game, and part of the fun is trying things you wouldn't otherwise normally try, and, you know, just experimenting. Okay, so you're made. Maintenance. Duke and Duke. More maintenance. Okay, so you're ready to go. You're that. We're going to put down the wire again. Connect you back there. And then up. Connect you up. And we'll put down the energy converter. It's hard to, like so, but we have to have you facing down. And then now this guy goes down. Okay, you got power again? You do? Awesome. Okay. I think we're good. Nothing else is being shared. This input hatch is right there. And this is basically going to substantially reduce, because this is 1, 2, 3. So what do we have? We said we had 41 before. So 3 by 6. It's going to take 18 off of there, so we can get by with just 23. That is a much nicer number to make. Although we might not even need to. We're going to do, right now we're doing wood tar, and we're going to do wood vinegar next. Now it's going to require one more, so it'll actually be a little bit more than that. Still, a substantial number that we're saving. Plus, it looks cool when we do it like that. Okay, let's connect it, and should be able to go like that, and boom, just like that, everything's making stuff. This is a 2-second recipe. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab these guys again, because these guys, we at least know what they're doing, or where they're going. So bottom was creosote, as one would expect. Super tank goes there. You are going to output that way. And there's your creosote. You are going to fluid void, because we just don't need fluid other than this. We want to lock it. And phenol, benzene, toluene, dimethylbenzene. We want all of those things. Cool. So let's grab them. And I may need a little step assist. So do. And they can all face this way. Yes, and oh, I see. Sorry, every once in a while I think about, oh, that's why that was working like that. And I can do this with the wrench. I just always forget how to. I think it's just, yeah, it's just not shift click is all. Okay, and then I do want you all to lock, and lock. Which one of them has the most? Benzene. I'm not ready to have this void yet, but if we start running low on, I mean, it's going to be a really long time. Nice, okay. So, gasoline. Raw gasoline first. We're making naphtha, refinery gas, methanol. We need the acetone. What did we decide we need for acetone? Oh, is that... That's what this makes. We could do acetic acid, but this is better. This is a better plan. Let's go do it then. We're going to jump over here real quick. We're going to get the ULV casing. Yep. And then hop down to north and I need the input bus. Oh no, I do need the input bus. Where do I have the input bus over here? I do have it right there. I don't really like it right there though. Where do I have you? I definitely don't like it there. But I had it there to share. Right, so let's go ahead and move it over there. For symmetry's sake, for one, but for two, I may want to share. I mean, maybe that we need this, the phenol stuff so badly. It's worth that. Okay, and then you're already the output hatch. And then we don't need the input hatch. Right, okay. Perfect, okay. You're fine. You're like that. And then... yeah, we'll just give you the wood and tell you to go to town. Sounds like... oh, wait a second. But you are... so this is turning on and on. So it just keeps distracting me. It's actually a good thing. It means that we are producing the fermented biomass and it's backstuffing. It actually... the one downstairs only performs 3 operations in the time it takes this one to do 4, basically. Okay, so the guy over there... okay. We could actually share some of this stuff a little bit more. If we... there's the input bus. Oh, I don't have an output bus. Okay, muffler hat, hold on, let's check. Pyrolyse oven. Can't imagine it'll let me... maintenance hatch disabled. Muffler hatch. Sharing is enabled. It doesn't have to be... okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Alright, we're gonna mess things up for a second. Because that's cool if sharing is enabled. Because we could do something like this. Let's grab all of these ULV casings. I just had them. Here we go. Okay, so... and I don't really care about wasting like 16 logs. We get a lot. Alright, so we're gonna break you. We're gonna break you. We're gonna make you and you. And this does not form, right? No. But does this form? Muffler. Oh, we had MV muffler hatches. Classy. That means we're going to break all of this and redo it. That's terrible. We're going to. We might break all that and redo it too. Just trying to think. Yeah, there's no way to save that. Oh, man. Here, we'll do it like this. I don't like it. Makes me so nervous. We have some cantho. Is it worth it to go? I mean, we're doing it anyways. We may as well. Well, I don't care. I really don't. Let's just do this. Okay, so... and then that used to be where we were outputting, so now I think we output right here. And then we just output, and it goes down there instead. And this seems a little silly, except for the fact that I really like where it was set, and I don't really want to move it. I like how it's all nice and nice and even on this guy. Oh, that's craziness. Okay, so output hatch. And you're going down. And then this is the input bus. And what that means is, actually, I'm going to go in here and just break it again. This is so ridiculous. Okay, we're going to do this. Break. Break. Oh. Oh. Oh no. That's not good. I wanted to share between these two, but not that one. That's okay. This will work okay. We're gonna have to have two. I don't think we. Well, okay. If I had known this at a time, we maybe could have set this up differently. So, for example, that's the shared output. Here, why don't we do that? I grabbed you. You're the output bus. I'm just messing everything up. Oh, I hate it. Okay, we're gonna move the output hatch. Where did that output hatch go? There. This one. Like that. Have that go down. Okay, and then we'll grab... Uh-oh. I think I can break it, though. Okay. So you are going to go right here. And then instead of it going like that, we're just going to bring it over. Down and over. I don't love it, but I don't hate it either. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because now what we'll do is we'll put the... I'll put bus right here. And make sure you are outputting like that. Yep. Okay, this is gonna work. Alright, and it's just too bad that I already figured out where I was gonna put stuff before I had this revelation. Okay, so you're gonna go there. And I need to set the output down, which is also not ideal, because now I can't see it. And lock, item voiding enabled, item output automatic. Yep. Okay, so you're there, this guy goes here. And I can't come up with a way to share everything. Yeah, there's only, this is the shared power. This is the shared muffler hatch. Muffler hatch seems like not the best thing to share. We can only share power between two of them because each of these is only 2 amps. So that's fine. That part's fine. Structure incomplete. Oh, because I left a big hole back here. Okay, so you guys are back to working. Yeah, there's only so many places we can share these and still have access to them. So that's shared. That's shared. this is shared just between the two of them. Yeah, that it's unfortunate, but it just, that's how it's going to be. I do like this better. This is much nicer, much cleaner. Yes, if I do say so myself. Sort of. Okay, so break you. We'll move them back. Maintenance hatch goes back down there. Maintenance hatch cannot be shared. That goes there. Ah, we have LV energy hatches still. Alright, that needs to change. Because I don't even know that. Well, we could, but there's no point. These guys. Yep. Okay, so it's going to share the energy hatches. We're going to go like that, and we'll go grab the energy hatch. Yeah, we'll grab a what's it to? For the wood vinegar, we want a 7. Is this the best approach? Man, I really don't know. We have kind of gone beyond my direct knowledge of how this all works. Okay, so the output hatch is there. There's the output hatch. And then it's just going to go and then down. Yep, that's fine. And then we got to go grab some of that. And oh, right. I'll grab you. Your diamonds. Why do I have diamonds here? I think if we break it, and more to the point, why are the diamonds empty? Ah, that's the one I wanted. Okay. So the diamonds one reset. If it's got 0 in it, it resets. That's not ideal. But this is fine. This is going to go right here. We can still see how much charcoal we have. We hardly used any charcoal, which is good. And then I need to go grab some more. There's a hole. Let's throw a rock down it. That's how it works. Yep. I stopped because I didn't see any machines. That used to be my cue. What am I grabbing? I'm grabbing, yeah, the polyethylene pipes, small ones. That I already had on my person. Good. Okay, cool. And then over here. Hey, look, right here, oak logs. I was actually just going to swap one over, but if we've already got this here, we are running out of space on the island of lost toys anyways. Let's make this happen. Oh, we need to get the HV energy hatch. Derp. There you go there. And I'm tempted to make another one, but I don't think it matters that much right now. Let's run over here real quick. Grab the HV energy hatch, MV input hatch. Oh, right, and then I've got to, gotta fix that. What are you? You're a 1 amp energy converter. And it's still running, huh? So maybe we could use... We need a 2 amp, but... Alright, I'll go check. I don't really want to make another 16 amp if I don't have to. HV convert. No, that's fine. We'll, in fact, honestly, it's just going to run that. Oh, let's check. Wood vinegar. And does Power Life 7 have perfect overclock? It does not. So, 256. But yeah, it's just 256. So, we can get by with the 1 amp. Gosh, I really don't want to. I want to just make the, I know it's a waste, but it increases our reusability so much. It's down here. And we happen to have it, so there we go. Up over here, grab this guy. which we've done this circuit a billion times before. I should honestly... I mean, automating this seems silly, because we're not going to ever... I need 64 of them. I can't imagine a situation where we need 64 of them. But at the same token, be the worst thing to have in reserve. Okay, energy hatch. Alright, so this guy, we are actually going to... I only got 2 points. So maybe I save the points. I mean, this is making exactly enough for all this to work. That's fine. But this guy, since we don't have anything else there, go ahead and use the point on it. Alright. Oh, maintenance. Processing speed is 75. Man, I don't want it to go faster. It's kind of the thing. It just doesn't matter. We're gonna back stuff anyways, so... Oh, but we're gonna be using 256 HP that entire time. Gotcha. Why are you idling? You have logs, you have a circuit, you have an output bus, you have an output hatch, what do you need? Burnable log. Output hatch, output bus, program circuit. Output bus. Maintenance, muffler, pyrolyze. HV energy hatch, LV input bus. Output hatch, output bus. Why don't you... don't tell me. It's an MV recipe. We should be able to do this. Maximum tier HV. It's got the energy. They don't have maximum tier or minimum tiers. Oh, man. I don't like when things don't work. Makes me so frustrated. You have logs. You have a circuit. I feel like there's something obvious that I'm missing. It's formed. Maintenance, fine. Okay, give me a second. I spent way too long trying to figure that out. I must have said to myself, it has power, it has input, it has output. So many times, it doesn't have power. I never set this. I think that's how I need to actually play this, is not bring you guys along for all the error checking. Like, I even went and built another pyrolyze oven to see if that was what it was. It wasn't. Okay, so you're gonna get output, right? Yes, it's got vinegar. Okay, cool. That was shockingly. That took me a shockingly long time to find out. Figure out. I didn't appreciate that at all. Oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And yeah, we're gonna be going around, but it'll be okay. Okay, so we want another super tank right there. You are gonna actually output this way. And you know what? I mean, as long as we're doing that, let's just do that. Speaking of which, let's lock you and nope, not fluid voiding. Just lock. Are you locked? I would like an external indication that they're locked. I really like that option, but whatever. Okay, and then yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be fine. So I've got these small polyethylene pipes. We're gonna need to go make some more. Let's go ahead and do that while we're at it. So especially these horizontal ones. Yeah, I really don't like that, but at the same token, it's tight, it's neat, it's tidy. It's tight up against the side there. It's fine. And then these guys here. So we'll go ahead and do that. That. Oh, I hear the doohickey down there processing some more. I set you, right? Yeah. And then we're gonna have to make some more of these, and we'll have to make some more casings. I think we've got all the stuff we need. Yeah, I even went and made some more Canthol blocks just to see if that's what it was. It was not. Okay, let's put all this stuff away that we pulled out for this project. And yeah, muffler hatches we don't need right now. LV input fluid hatch. The ULV casings can go. Muffler hatch MV can go. And all of this can get tossed somewhere because I don't need any of that. And then I've got one. You know what? Honestly, didn't see that happen. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and the LV energy hatches. These can actually go over here though, because we're not storing those anymore. Yeah. Okay. This cobblestone could go too. Okay, we need to make another distillation tower, and those were easy, right? Just 2 pumps and a couple of more stainless steel pipes. Yeah, but that's no big deal. It's the we're gonna need 3 stacks. I think 3 stacks of let's just do that. I think if I come in here, oh, and you know what? We don't actually have any in here. Yeah, we need. Okay, so I need 1, 2 of you. We need to go get this pipe. I'm trying to think of how we can get. How are you going? We'll do now 1, 2, 3. Seems like an awful lot, but so be it. I think we can snag one of these is bound to have some extra. Yeah, not that one. Obviously, it's still working, but the gear one tends to have a little backup. Yep. Okay. We really need to sort this out next episode. We may have to go into an energy deficit to do it, but we really got to get that area sorted out and everything nice and tidy. I think I did. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, you here? Distillation tower. 2 of these, please. Oh, let's not make that weird. I do want to come in here to the lathe, and I need that in the lathe. So basically, 1 stack of ingots will get us a quarter stack of stuff. If we put 16 ingots in the lathe and the other 48 in the bender, that all combines into getting us 16 of the doohickeys, whatever casing it is. It doesn't matter what. I love the fact that all these are the same every tier. That is pretty neat. Okay, so we need to go grab some more stuff. We need. Let's see, it'll be up here. We need to grab 1 HV energy hatch. We'll grab 1 LV input hatch if we can find it. Should probably get rid of some of this stuff that's the ULV tier stuff, like the fire bricks. We don't use those for anything else. It was just the blast furnace and the primitive ore factory controller, which was kind of cool, but it burned a lot of stuff. I am not finding the thing that I want. HV, no, we don't need the HV is for the next distillation tower we make. Okay. Input hatch. LV input hatch. Okay, and then that means that the output hatch is here. We get 6. Is that all we need? Another maintenance hatch, which means we need the LV casings. Sorry, hull, which is... I just grabbed one. Machine hull. There we go. So we've got the energy hatch, we've got the input, we've got the output for wood vinegar. We don't get that, so that's good. And yeah, that's all we need, right? Right. Sure. 1 input, 6 output, the energy hatch, the maintenance, and the thing. Yeah. Neat. Okay, so let's run back down to northwest. Yes, and I need this assembler real quick. Put that in there. Turns into a maintenance hatch. We should probably start doing the auto one. I don't know how the auto works at all, but that seems like a healthy decision at some point. Okay. Oh, right. And we've got this all set up already. Cool. Okay. I forgot about that. We don't even need the MV energy hatch. Oh, baby. It's like winning. Well, it's not like winning the lottery. I would like to win the lottery, but not going to happen. Okay. Oh, we need to make some more of these pipes too, but that's fine. We'll get there. LV input hatch is going to go there. And then... Oh, we never made those. Okay, let's go. Am I making anything with... Go ahead and grab this. If I run this through the macerator, it should just like rip and tear, right? Macerator. One tick each. It actually can't keep the input thing can't keep up. Okay, we have a extruder and we want small pipes. Not because I actually want small pipes, but because that's what we've got in here. And this is also a 2-tick operation, so that's 1/10 of a second each, so 6 seconds total. And we're done. Oh, that feels so nice. That's just such a nice process. I like when that happens. All right, so let's go back over to north. What were we doing over there again? We had to grab something, and now I have completely forgotten what it was. Oh, we just needed a crafting table is all. Right, so if I do this, nope, sorry. These guys need to go in first. And drill, done. Oh, that guy needs to be charged. Now these guys come in here. Alright, well, let's go charge this guy. I need to see if... Let's go back over to northwest. Now, if I... Sorry, not north. Yeah, no, northwest. That's the one. I've got a battery back here somewhere, right? Yeah. Now, if I put this in here, does it explode? No, it just charges really fast, right? Yes. I need to get a... Okay, if we do a wrench, one of these guys. So let's go like this. Let's click this. Now I want to see the wrenches. Yeah, there we go. There are HV. So I can make it... Oh, I see. Okay, so... And that might be worth it. An HV power unit, which we make with Energium crystals. Stainless steel gears, stainless steel pipes, stainless steel screws. All right, well, let's keep that in mind. You're about done. Should have charged the other ones while I was here. Back. What does this one have? LV. And this one, like... What, you know what? I bet you... It's the battery I put in there. Okay, this is taking like 30 seconds longer than I thought it was gonna. That's fine. We're done now. Okay, charged up. I don't understand why they take durability damage. I mean, I'm assuming it's the head, but then why do we have power? I don't know. It's fine. I just don't quite understand. Run over here, pop up here, and as long as we've got this squared away, let's go ahead and bring this down. Yeah, I'm looking for there, smooth stone. And you are already closed, good. Go ahead and do this. Doop, doop, and there. Okay, cool. Now we can put down the clean stainless steel casings and leave this side over here open. No, we better put him down as we go. But not like that, because that would be a ridiculous way to put them down. Uh-oh. We might have to bust the ladder out already. In fact... Yeah, I can get it from here. Okay. Oh, and I can get it from here too. Cool. Okay. And then if I fall back into this... Let's not. Let's do that one. There we go. This one will fall back into. Oh, I missed. All right, fine. Get out the ladder. Uh-oh. Should probably just do the ladder right here. So I can really stand on this side. Okay, formed. Nice. Ladders. I can't make them work. Okay, let's go ahead and do, and then get ahead of the game. Bam, done. Awesome. And I think we're ready to connect it. Got power. Wait, how much power are you going to use? Why are you not running now? Is that how long it takes you to get your input, or is that how long it takes you? Oh, did we? Uh-oh. Okay, let's connect this one, and then make sure this is working. Okay, you're working. That's cool. The 2-second recipe, and you're getting all the stuff. Okay, what do we have in here? Okay, water we don't want. Water gets the advanced fluid voiding cover, and a screwdriver with a, you know what? Here, we'll do it like this. We'll lock you, and then just on. And that is a good point. Let's lock all of these. Okay, so some of these are going to get... kind of tempted as to how we should do this. That one we don't have. Let's go ahead and do the ones that we don't have. We know we don't have. And locked. And the output goes off to this side. Okay, and then acetone, we know we don't have, right? Because that's what we're trying to get here. So you go like that, and your output goes to that side. Although, did I lock this one? I did. Good. Okay, you're locked. And methanol, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so methanol is EA0. That'll work. And ethanol is also EA0. Uh-oh. Okay, you're handled, and acetic acid. Okay, so methanol, ethanol, and acetic acid. We have to go get channels for all of those. Okay, fair enough. Let's run down to our processing area, which I'm now realizing... Well, that's fine. It's fine. It's down here. Why are you not working? Got fermented biomass. You are... that was rough. Well, that's not a good sign. Alright, your maintenance is... Oh, you are running. Did I turn you off at some point? No, you just decided not to make a noise. Alright. Fair enough. Okay, so... trying to figure out what we're doing here. So we've got ethanol, which is... You know, I'm kind of tempted to just void it if we're not going to use it. But we got ethanol and methanol, and we kind of want to just pump into them. And I'm actually thinking... Yeah, we don't need that there. Getting around here is already kind of a pain. But we can go over here, we can get over here. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, methane, no. Carbon dioxide, no. Ammonia, no. Methanol, ethanol, and acetic acid. So this one we have, so 0 Fe for ethanol. 0 Fe for ethanol. Oh, I figure out something for acetic acid. Yep, that'll work. Oh, wait. Did I? No, no, no. I didn't. Surely I didn't put them in there. Wait. 0FE, right? Yeah, because that's EF0. So 0FE. Let's start with that one. What's 0FE? It's, there's a black and a red. Yeah. So white, black, red. Nothing's in there. Good. And then ethanol. No, methanol. We decided was going to be red. What's A? Purple. Red, purple, white. Sure. That makes sense. Sure it does. Watch this video of this guy going on this long-winded rant about there is no such thing as magenta in the real world. You can't have it. Methanol. Red, here. Purple, purple. Oh, it needs to be the opposite way around. Do I want to change it? Yes, I want to change it. Need to get this white sorted out. In fact, we're downstairs one of these times. We should go ahead and do that. And this HV energy hatch can go away. All right, and then acetic acid is purple, brown, red. Sure. Except it's going to be backwards because this is the supply for it. So purple, brown, red was red, brown, purple. Okay. Red, brown, purple. Yeah, there's 16 times 16 is 256 times 16 again is 4096. So there's 4096 options. We just have to make sure we're not duplicating them. Acetic, yeah, ACE, and it's backwards because this is a supply line. And this is methanol, but there's no M and there's no TH. I could call it methanol, and it should have been an EFA, but whatever. And then this is 0FE. That's fine. The problem is they all sound exactly the same. So, okay, that's fine. North, underneath, yes. It's right there in our face when we get out. Okay, so methanol. That one. Right? Yes. And we'll go down here. We'll just do them one at a time. Nope. Northeast. Okay, so methanol. It's over here. Come around here. Do a little of this. And right there. But I need you to be ready to pump out this side. So that means that we are also going to need a pump to fill it. And you're going to be set to import. And you're empty. Good. Good. Okay, so the next one was ethanol. And this one is the 0FE. Which I didn't get. Okay, well, we'll do acetic acid. You're here. We need to run upstairs real quick and get that acetic acid going. And I don't know where you're going to go, but you're probably going to have to go down. Either way, you're getting a pump. And set that to import. And yeah, it pumped out for just a moment. Okay, let's run up real quick. I think I must have not gotten some of them. Yep. Okay, no big deal. We're gonna run over to north. Bam! Right in our face. It's gonna surprise me every time. You running? You're not. Why not? Not turned on. Okay, fine. We'll put a filter in there. For water. Now you're running? Now you're running. Okay. I thought I had that taken care of. This one was acetic acid right there. Okay. You are empty. Good. You did get saved though, right? Yes. Good. Okay. Water, no. Ethanol, yes. This is 0FE. Because I did ethanol. I forgot that the A was there. And I also moved the TH to an F. Awesome. Okay, we're not getting very much, but it will fill up eventually. It's almost not worth doing, but we may as well. Eventually, we're going to want to make sure we're providing the ethanol, so it's fine. We'll get ethanol as byproducts for other processes. And that's all part of the process. So ethanol is down here. Bam, and bam. You're empty. You're empty. Sweet. We are on our way. This guy's been running forever. How is our power doing? That's what's important. I run over here. Network connections. No. Statistics. Okay, so we're still running a buffer of 1 million. I don't understand how I've got so much power going, but I'm not going to argue with it. What I was thinking we should do, though, is take a look at... There is something else methane. Now, I don't remember if I've done this. Okay, this is another one of those ones. I want to put another chemical reactor right up here. There's something else that we make from methane that I was thinking would be worthwhile doing. Not this one, obviously. Oh, it's probably this one. But now we're getting dimethylbenzene. Do we need hydrogen cyanide for anything? Yeah, see, if we do this, we're running down. Glyconitrate. Let's not run down the rabbit holes. If there was one for hydrochlorous acid. Oh, tetrafluoroethylene. That's what we're already doing. Right? No. Oh. That might be worth doing. Okay, hold on. We're going to go look and see if we're doing that somewhere else. Because this is a 24. This is the one we're already doing. I don't need chloromethane just yet. And ammonia we're getting as a byproduct. Are you making... You're making polyethylene. Oh, in fact... we are... Okay. I think that's going to have to wait for next episode. But... Point is, we got the... We're on our way. We need a large chemical reactor, and the large chemical reactor is going to mix... Okay, what if we get rid of? Acetone we've got. Wood vinegar we're getting. Don't need an advanced electrolyzer right now, I don't think. We got the creosote. So raw gasoline, that's what we want to make. Why do I have ethylene here? We are getting ethylene, right? Because we're doing... wood gas. So it actually occurs to me... Okay, hold on. Is one of these ethylene? Oh, that's wood gas, and this is wood tar. Okay, hold on. Then why do I have this marked? Was it just something that I was thinking would be a good idea to do? Or... Yeah, that must have been it. Maybe we could do that, but I don't really want to. Here is our ethylene setup. We just looked at it, but no, it's not this one. This is sulfuric acid. So water and sulfur go in there, and it makes sulfuric acid. It does one thing. It does it really well. We're done. This guy here, and in fact, part of me thinks we should swap over to... Here, let's do this. I know this is... Oh, let's lock you. I don't care. I just, you know, want to make sure it's... Yeah. So let's do this, and then we're going to do a regulated pump. And then we're going to switch you to keep exact, buckets, and 4096. That way, if we have sulfuric acid as a leftover from something else, we're not immediately wasting it. Which seems silly, but it's not. Right. So anyway, so the sulfuric acid goes immediately into here, where it mixes with... Got something coming in here somewhere. The air, yeah, sulfuric acid and air mixed with... What else are you mixing with? Input hatch, input hatch, input hatch. Ethanol. Oh, right, ethanol. Air. Why are we doing air? Oh, right. Okay, so this input hatch is sulfuric acid. We mix the sulfuric acid with ethanol, and we get ethylene and diluted hydrochloric acid. The diluted hydrochloric acid, or whatever it is diluted sulfuric acid. Sorry, that's just getting voided. I don't need that in my life. But this ethylene is pointing directly down into this other internal input hatch. And it's automatically making it. Okay, so, yeah. All right, I'm cool. We're going to go. But before we go, I did promise we would run over here, and we would take this macerator and do that with it. Can't. How do we get white dye? White dye. Lily of the Valley. Oh, an extractor, of course. Why didn't I think of that? We don't have an extractor. Okay, I'm going to call this episode. We did a ton, but we need to move on, and I will catch y'all on the flippity flop.